Hi, and a very good evening to one and all. This is Mareesha Paikh, CEO at the Wedding School, once again, right here in front of you for a Friday evening chat, the usual. Well, it's nice to be back as always. To be able to talk to all of you, chat up with you on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm welcoming everyone and waving back at you. And I'm hoping that things are going good at everyone's end, and I hope you all are taking good care of yourselves because I don't know, now I have started feeling like it's my near and dear ones who have started getting affected by corona. My very darling Dhwani, who's just joined us here. Dhwani is has been a very important part of the Swaha family, and a very bubbly, vivacious girl who's actually my student when I used to take lectures at other institutes before I created the wedding school. And that's in fact how I happened to meet Dhwani. Gunjan is here. Hi, Gunjan. Thank you for coming back to Mumbai for me. Okay, I'm going to flaunt this always. तो मेरे लिए वापस आए. And I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, Gunjan, at our tech run. And I really appreciate this extra travel and in and out of Mumbai that you're doing for us. It truly means a lot. Dhwani's written, I'm much better now. Thank you. Dhwani, yeah, I'm glad because, yeah, like I was saying, guys, now it's like all my near and dear ones are getting affected by corona, and that feeling of what it is like when someone's not well, it had not yet set in, very frankly. I kept wishing for best of health for everyone, but I genuinely did not realize what it feels from within till it has not affected people whom I am directly in touch with. So a couple of my team members, whose parents and grandparents and siblings are affected. So this week has unfortunately been too many of those stories that have come into being, and it's a very disturbing environment and very disturbing you to be in that kind of a space, and yet you've got to focus on what you are really meant to do. You've got to focus and not let it affect anything else and people around, your clients, your commitments. You just got to be there for everyone. So I think, I mean, we're holding on good, but it's just that you're not happy from within. You're there, you're doing your best, but it's just affecting me too much. It's not a great feeling. But I'm glad to know, Dhwani, you're doing well. And Gunjan, your Mausambi fundas and your Nariyal Pani fundas is exactly what I have been sharing with anyone whom I'm in touch with. कि ये करो, apparently इससे ठीक हो रहा है. So आपका जो ये जादुई तंत्र मंत्र है, मैंने वो सबको बांटा है. So let's hope everyone recovers well. Pranav is also here. Hi Pranav, how are you doing? Pranav, how is your business going on? I'm sure it's insane because now I believe people have got into that little bit of a space where they want to have their house parties going because they are kind of tired of being scared, So I'm hoping that means good news for you and your business, and you're getting people drunk enough so that they keep calling you back whilst we wait for those 500 plus weddings and that kind of business coming your way. Preeti Katpal is here on Facebook. Hi. Parveen is here. Hi, Parveen. Take care. Be safe. Absolutely. Parveen, I was talking to Vis just 2 days back, and he was telling me about how amazing your business is going on. So touch wood, fingers crossed. I'm really happy that you have ventured into a new space and you're making sure that everyone is happy whilst they eat your yummy food. So I'm waiting to taste that, especially chicken dhansak, something that I truly like, and I really think Khurshid makes it really well. So yeah, I'm really happy you guys are doing so well. Anshul Gupta is saying hi, hello to you. Anshul, how are you? I cannot believe we are here, but yeah, I hope you're doing well. And yeah, see everyone, a couple of weeks back I'd done this segment where I'd spoken about how we all need to look out for new professions and new options whilst we are still trying to make the most and trying to wait for a better day. I'd spoken about some freelancers who got into different businesses, and and Parveen and her son Viz, who's now, of course, a very very dear friend of mine. So he's an actor. He does TV serials, he does theater, and TVCs and all of that. And then you suddenly have this lockdown where definitely theaters are not opening for any kind of plays. The shoots are almost on a standstill. You just have your absolutely long lasting shows that are just kind of going back to the studios. In all of this, what do? So Wiz and his mom and a friend of theirs, they've come up with this entire new business where they make food and they deliver it. Parveen, I'm forgetting the name. You all have given it a very cool name. Just write it back to me now. And I really think it's so cool because there's too much of hassle. You got to procure things, you got to cook, and of course chop and cook and then deliver it. Hygiene levels have to be A plus for you to get repeat business, and you have to take care of yourself. So that's like a lot to do. Sayam is here. Hi Sayam, so nice to see you. So guys, Sayam is a very very dear client of ours, and I think one client who truly shares the passion that we have for doing everything right, for doing everything differently. So we've done Sayam's wedding, Sayam and Dhwani's wedding, a couple of years back. Recently we did another wedding in his family, and now we're doing another. All the virtual chaos that you'll see us in practically every weekend is again for Dhwani, that is Sayam's wife. And I'm so glad to see you here, Sayam. I know you keep listening to too much of me all day long because of the umpteen endless voice notes that I keep dropping. But I don't know, guys. I find voice notes like this very easy way to communicate because you can just express, right? And I'm too much of an expressive person. मतलब मेरा कहने का क्या मतलब है उसका असली सेंस जाना ही चाहिए. Whether I'm upset, whether I'm happy, whether I'm excited, whether I'm unsure, but I think the best effective way to communicate is voice note. It's too much for people to listen to, but I don't know, I'm addicted to it. Anshal's writing, I'm also doing events in Mumbai and Indore. Oh, are you serious? You're traveling? Please take care, Anshul. Nothing comes first before health. So please be careful. I know everyone must be giving you this free ka gyan, but tum thoda aur le lo. Parveen is writing, it's called Baba Chom. Ha. That's such a cool name to have. I'm sure it is your idea because Viz clearly can't think that differently. But it's good to see you here and chat up with you. And I know I have not come over to your place since 8 months plus. I'm going to make sure I'm going to be there soon. Dhwani's writing, voice note is your signature. Absolutely. But you know what? I have just been warned by Hemant to maintain decorum and tone and write voice modulation. When I'm leaving voice notes, he tells me don't over express because it can land me into some kind of trouble. So we've been watching How to Get Away with Murder. And it's not a compliment to me, but for some reason, my life partner seems to always keep looking at me when we are watching it, a very intense scene from the series. So for those of you who watched it, so it's about this character, Annalise Keating, who is a criminal lawyer, and she has a set of interns, and they all get into one mess after the other. But she's smart, she's confident, she's rude, she's aggressive, she's very passionate, and she loves her interns. So I don't know, for some reason, my partner is able to, I don't know, correlate or what is it, but he always keeps telling me, stay calm, stay calm. That's it. Dhwani, you should watch it, huh, by the way. How to Get Away with Murder. Parveen's written our catering service name, Baba Chom from home. Yes, Parveen, I really like the name, genuinely. Deepak's also here, saying voice notes. Yes, absolutely, Deepak. That's the way to go. Anshal's writing, I have my own company, Solutions India. Anshul, that's great. I'm happy, touch wood, that you're doing so much of work, and you're keeping yourself busy, you're making money, you're helping others make money. The economy needs to keep rolling in one way or the other. And in our own personal capacities, I think we all are striving for that. Shreya is here, one of my students, a very bright talent from Delhi, who is studying in Pune, and I'm hoping that she becomes top planner someday. She's writing. It's an amazing show. Okay, you've been watching it. That's great. I'm a little late. I've not really had much time through the lockdown, so consciously staying awake to watch things and take a break from work. But hi to everyone else who's waved out to me over here on Instagram and of course on Facebook. And it's so important that we kind of keep reigniting ourselves and rejuvenating and pushing ourselves to do something new at all times. And I think that that is why I've kind of picked on a topic which is very close to my heart, which is creating experiences. Something that I think I want to eventually become synonymous with. And when I'm saying I am not just referring to myself, I'm actually referring to Swaha, the company that I'm a director at. Because for us, I don't know, that creating experiences is just like the most exciting part of doing wedding. And I think now onwards, we can look at creating experiences which really genuinely are going to go beyond band, Baaja, Baraat, And when I say this, what I'm firstly directly referring to is the fact that it is not just wedding events that we need to look at as planners. It is a lot of other frills that are attached to social events that we are actually looking at. Which I mean to say, basically the social events, which are beyond your band, Baaja, Baraat. So your, personal celebrations, your milestones, your birthdays, anniversaries. This is really the exciting space to be in. And I cannot even imagine how deprived a certain sect of our society is feeling, how much they're wanting to actually get out of their houses. And when they decide to do that, they are definitely going to find any and every excuse to step out, to celebrate, to be with their loved ones. And that's when you can become a very, very important part of their life, and your business can grow. Simply because you already have started working in something which I'm pre-warning you is going to be an exciting space to be in, which is experiences. And it is rocket science. I'll not say it is not rocket science. It is. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of brain whacking. It's too much of R&D. It's too much of time you need to spend with yourself. It's too much of creative juices that you've got to get it out of yourself. And that's going to happen if there is enough of flow inside as well. Which means that there's so much that you need to get yourself exposed to so that you can create experiences which are out of the world. Some which fall within budgets, some which go beyond budgets, So you've got to be able to think out. You've got to be able to think different, crazy, over the top, and at times absolutely subtle and classy. And how you're going to be able to do that, it's really simple. You just got to get yourself exposed to different cultures, keep watching videos on YouTube. I really think it's a great source of inspiration for me. Instagram is to a great extent, but I don't know, I really feel in terms of content, there's so much more that one can find on YouTube. And that's really a little bit of a diary, call it, your notes. You just got to create your own little kitty of experiences if you really want to understand what you can do next. Because it is these kind of experiences which are going to be heavily in demand in coming times. And when I say coming times, yes, even if that means after 6 months, hell, you got to prepare for it now. You're not suddenly going to wake up and get a bright idea. It's a gradual process, and you have to work towards it. So keep working and building on amazing ideas, and keep that handy, because events, weddings, all of that may be your space right now, but an important space that you probably are not paying attention to is beyond Band Baaja Baraat. And that is going to be about experiences and only experiences. And when we talk about that, we're not just referring to taking people to an exotic location. Of course, all of that becomes a part of the experience. But what you also need to consider is the smaller experiences that you can give them, which is like a little surprise at home, or a dinner for two, or a dinner for six that can be planned out, or it could be in the form of some virtual experiences that you create for your guests. So there's so much of work that can be done, whether it's small setups, whether it's intimate gatherings, or it's virtual, but it has got to have an experience angle to it. It is not just about getting the mood board right. It's about creating the right mood for them to feel special, because after all, that's what we're all hired for, isn't it? To make someone feel special, and we get paid for doing that. So we better start doing our little R&D on that. Jay's here. Hi, Jay. How you doing? A lot of my students also, I can see them all around here. Hello to everyone. Jay, I hope you're doing well, and I'm very sure you're super busy as always. Shakir is also here. Hi, Shakir. So good to see you. Shakir has been a great choreographer and has done some amazing work. Chirag is over here. Hi, Chirag. I hope your little one's doing good. And of course that you are doing well, getting time with the little baby and getting time to also spend with your folks. Gosh, so yes, coming back to experiences. Yes, Jay, doing good. And Praveen, I hope you're still around. And I'm going to come back, and I'm definitely going to order from Baba Chom. But I'm going to call you. I'm not going to call Wes, because he will cancel my order before it reaches you. So yeah. So when we speak about the experience part, which I was mentioning about a little earlier, what you could keep in mind is the level to which you could actually personalize all of this. The extent to which you are ready to get involved and feel oneness with your client. So it's a strange, weird space to be in, where you have to make it as close to them as possible, as much as they could identify with it, but yet you've got to appeal and make it slightly out of the box and out of the world experience. So it's a very tricky space to be in. And Kushal is here. Hi, Kushal. Hope you're doing good. We miss you. And we miss your cute smile and your smart ways of working around. So, यहाँ पे अभी सब सीधे ही बच्चे हैं. So, please come and teach us a little bit of your tricks of trade. But Kushal has been a very, very important part of Swaha. And he has been incidentally involved in a lot of the experiences that we have ended up creating. In fact, that's one of the reasons we had actually renamed our company as well as Swaha Weddings and Experiences, because for us that has become a very, very important part of where the future lies and what you really can get into doing. Sagar is here. Hey, Sagar. Hope you're doing well. Hope your shoot and all of that is going good. I think that's what you were involved with, your cousin or someone. See, I vaguely remember, but I hope it's going good. And I hope you're not leaving the wedding industry. Just be patient, hang in there. We are all going to bounce back really soon. Deepak is asking, what inspires you? You do out-of-the-box ideas in wedding space. Frankly, Deepak, I think it's a bit of the core and crux is the fact that I'm a Leo. I know a lot of people don't believe in all these fundas anymore. I hardly see people talking to each other with sun sign as the main identification point. But for me, that is it. I'm a Leo. I'm extremely ambitious. And I really want to stand out. That's just a Leo trait, okay? So, if lion is the king of the jungle, yeah, that's hell what I want to always feel like. And the only way you can do that is by not demanding attention, but commanding it. And that's really what actually gives me a kick. And that's really what pushes me to keep thinking differently. And I know that there is no other option. Um, you have to think differently and you have to perfect your past. These are the only two ways in which you can actually make a remarkable you, a you that cannot be easily replaced, and a you that everyone is inspired to be. So that is really what pushes me. It's that Leo trait. My sister uses harsher terms. She calls it attention seeking, but I don't really agree with that term. But yes, I think that drive to really want to be known for something is what really kicks into me, and then there is no stopping, and that's how it just keeps coming up. Um, I when I entered the wedding industry as a wedding planner, I had obviously done too many weddings in capacity of being an anchor. And luckily for me, my biggest learning was not just about what is great at a wedding, the entire understanding of where the client's sensibilities lie, and how much a wedding event is not just judged for what you see on stage, but it is also about what goes all around. Um, that kind of stemmed from my experience of the wedding industry much before I got into it. Back then, it was a very lucky time for all planners. They just had to suggest a great artist, and half their job was done, because experiences were not so important. So, when we started our company, I just wanted to do something that was going to be a break from the routine. So whilst we spent, I think, the first couple of years in trying to master the craft of being good planners, improving on our deliverables, on our logistics, getting great feedback from client. Um, After a couple of years, once I had a better grip on it, I decided that let me do something that's outstanding, and not going to just allow people to just call me a wedding planner who can arrange things. So that's really the journey that took off, pushed us more and more. Saga's written, yes ma'am, all going good, and I am not leaving industry. Can't think also to leave the industry. Hope you and sir are doing good. Yes, Sagar, we're doing really fine, and I'm glad you're not leaving the industry. It's important to hang in there. Rough times, but that's the case across the globe. So you can't blame the industry. But yesterday, a couple of I attended a little bit of interaction that I did with some of the finalists and Touchwood group. And it was nice, Sagar, to actually see a very encouraging, positive environment where we had a lot of caterers from the wedding space who have now, of course, diversified into more intimate dinner settings, and private functions, and sending home food as home delivery, but everything done with style and great hygiene levels maintained. And it was nice to see how they were looking at everything more positively. Nobody's being unrealistic here. There was an interesting discussion that also took place that people are going to want to go back to those 500 and 1,000 packs, celebrating the unison of a couple together. And I don't think that time is going to be far away. But whilst we are not at it, we are much safer. And for me, that is of utmost priority. Deepa's written, you inspire the entire next gen and industry to push themselves to match your level. Oh no, Deepak, I don't want to hold myself in that high a pedestal. You're being kind, I appreciate, but I cannot accept that compliment. I'm not pushing anyone anywhere, and I'm just hoping that I am better than my yesterday, and I'm able to think more creatively, and keep myself youthful in my head, and always be able to connect with the next bride to be. So incidentally, I really enjoy working with parents of my bride and groom. I've always had a fantastic rapport with them. I believe I understand the fact that unke bhi sapne hai, So when we talk about experiences beyond band, Baaja, Baraat, it is this. You got to create an experience not just for the bride and groom who are getting married, but for the parents who today have the wealth. Today they have the exposure, which they probably didn't have when they were getting married. So I've come across so many instances when parents actually want to create a wedding which probably they wanted for themselves which they didn't even know of. They've only identified with that feeling of being the center of attraction because of the destination weddings that they have been attending in the last few years. And that's when they have started dreaming and desiring that, this is how it's got to be. So experiences beyond Band Baaja Baraat is also targeted towards the parents who have the wealth but never had that lavish wedding, which they're now dreaming of for their kids. So yeah. It's good to see everyone here. Okay, I'm waving back at you. I'm so bad at this acknowledging bit, but I am happy to see all of you here. And I'm going to now sign off. I'm having a very hectic day and I have to get back to work, and we have a wonderful virtual event that's lined up for this Sunday, and you're going to see that on my stories as always. And I'm going to really look forward to having a lot of fun. And I'm going to sign off by, of course, firstly mentioning just one point, which is about a wonderful initiative that the wedding industry has taken up, and I'm very happy to be a part of it, which is Har Din Shubh Hai. And you can already see everyone has been posting their videos, propagating and promoting this entire concept of how we need to start looking at life and celebrations beyond auspicious dates. So it's a wonderful thought. It's really going to reach out and appeal to the younger generation. It is definitely going to help the economics of the wedding industry. But more importantly, I think it's going to help the human race go beyond what was traditionally taught to us. So every day is a good day, and every day is a day that you should look at when you want to celebrate something with your loved ones. So we're doing a wonderful event on the 30th of this month, which is next Wednesday. So hang in there on Facebook, everyone, and you're definitely going to catch a glimpse of it, and you can be a part of it. And till then, keep spreading the word Har Din Shubh Hai, and enjoy that vibe and believe in it. And of course, keep those creative juices going. Work really hard, look out for those videos, read those articles, try to travel virtually whilst you're in front of your screen, get exposed to 200 amazing cultures that are there across the world, and of course, just stay enlightened from within. That's going to help you create experiences beyond Band Baaja Baraat. Okay, this is Mareesha signing off, wishing that you have a wonderful weekend ahead. And of course, I will see you next Friday with my alphabet special, which has gone off really well. I enjoyed it last week as well. So I'm now going to start thinking about which alphabet we should be discussing next Friday. And until then, you stay safe and happy and keep smiling. Thank you.